So I've had this sewing pattern in my stash for a couple of years now, but every single time I go to make it, I chicken out. Why? Because pants and hips and barrel legs and hips again, but no more. Today we tackle the very popular bob pants together. It's time. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Ripper Seams. So yes, I'm finally going to get around to making the bob pants by Stylark. This is a pattern that seems extremely popular. Everyone seems to be wearing them. Everyone seems to be loving them. I'm not too sure about that. I don't think they're going to suit my pear-shaped body, but I don't know that. But I love the look of these pants. I think they look great. I love the shorter length of them. I do actually like that loose barrel leg look. I like the fact that they're actually quite an easy sew. I really love the elasticated waistband and the pockets. But the one thing I actually don't like, and that's my hips. Yeah, actually nothing to do with the pattern. It's just what the pattern might look like on my body. Now I know we should be very body positive, very confident, and I actually am. It's just that I find my hips a bit troublesome when it comes to fitting pants. But I know what you're going to say. This is why we sew. We make our clothes so we can adjust them to our body, which is great, and I'm very willing to do that. So for me, when it comes to sewing, I feel as if pants are going to take a lot of work to get things right. And I just avoid them, and I've got to get over that because I really want pants in my wardrobe. I mean, I literally wear jeans non-stop. I've got a couple of pairs in my wardrobe and I just cycle them through until I wear them out and get another pair of jeans. But you know what? I love to wear different pants. I like the idea of nice floaty pants because so much jeans, they're not practical, which is why I tend to lean into skirts. But no, today I'm gonna get over it. I'm gonna see if the bob pants fit. So for me, like I said, my hips are the biggest issue. It makes me pear-shaped. There is a 1, sometimes 2 size difference between my waist and my hips. I am actively working at the moment to reduce the amount of hips I actually have. But the thing about sewing is you can make a pattern, it could fit you really well. But once you've made it, if you don't like it, you can't take it back to the shop, can you? So barrel leg pants, I don't know if they suit me. I'm just gonna have to give it a go. So obviously in sewing world, the best way to avoid making too much of a heavy investment in something that you may not actually end up liking is to make a toile. So that's what we're going to do today. I have shopped my stash to see which fabric I am willing to donate to this bob pant experiment. I mean, like it's silly. They seem like a pretty easygoing pant to make, but I'm making a big drama out of it. But it's quite psychological. It's been playing on my head. I have to get it out of my system. I have to see if these bob pants actually work. So I thought with this little experiment, rather than actually just show you what I've made, come along and make these bob pants with me. And yeah, let's see what the end result is and whether these pants, these barrel leg pants, suit me and suit my hips. So the shopping of my stash has revealed that this cinnamon coloured viscose chalet, which has been sitting in my stash for probably almost 2 years now, finally gets to have a run for its money. I actually have 3 meters here. I don't need that much, but this was not expensive and I'm willing to donate it. And if these pants prove successful, then I will update my pants from wearable toile to actual wearable garment. And they'll be a nice, lovely cinnamon viscose, nice and floaty like this. Now I did have some nice cottons, a little bit of a lighter denim. Now I didn't go down that route because I thought the more structured fabrics would kind of emphasize that barrel shape. And I thought if anything was going to put me off these pants, that would probably be it. So I thought I'd go for slinky first because that's going to drape more and I'll probably like them better versus something a bit more structured. So that's my logic. I hope I'm right, but let's find out. So yep, this is my fabric, really nice cinnamon coloured viscose. I do believe I got this from Minerva back in the day. I have ironed it, it's all ready to go. I have my pattern pieces printed out on a 0 already. I have taken my measurements for my waist and my hips. They are here. And based on that, I'm actually gonna make a size 16, a straight size 16 all the way through. My waist probably could have come in a little bit, but there is elastic in these pants. And I thought if there's a little bit of adjusting that needs to be done, I'd rather than be bigger and pull in the elastic than have them too tight. So we're going straight 16 all the way through. The only other things I need is my matching thread, and I've got 1.5 inch waistband elastic. So let's go make these pants. So what does everyone think about cutting out their pattern pieces? I find it quite relaxing actually, very therapeutic. Always makes me think all that cutting out I did in primary school, definitely worth it now. Just so you know, I am actually shortening these pants by 1.5 inches at the shortening line. Taking advantage of that, I'm only 5'3", so yeah, I'm short. I need to do these things. I do want that ankle grazing look, so giving this a go and hoping it turns out. Always a bit fiddly though. It's been a while, but my little helpers are here. They're helping me out, very attentive to the cutting out process. Deluxe pattern weights and cheerleaders, especially this little one there. Yeah, she's very attentive. She does like a bit of sewing. So it's the next day. I decided not to jump into sewing straight after cutting things out. Thought I'd work on a different project instead. So today is the day we're going to sew the bob pants. So I've got my coffee. I'm just going to sit down, drink it, read through those instructions again, just to make sure I don't stuff things up. But basically, we're going to start with these pocket pieces first. We're going to get those attached to the pants. But otherwise, it is a really, really basic sew. I don't know why I haven't done these sooner. But hey, we're here now, and I'm just really interested to see how they turn out. So yeah, let me drink my latte macchiato and let's get stuck into it. Oh yeah, and because a lot of people commented on my top in my last video, I am wearing it again. It is very comfortable. It's great for summer weather because it's quite light. It is the top half of the Saturday skirt set by Friday Pattern Company, and I've made it out of this really, really interesting quilt backing cotton. It's a calf facet design, and I got the fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. Now this fabric keeps popping up in their store. It goes away, it comes back again. At the time of making this video, I do know they have quite a few remnants of it in their remnant sale at the moment. If you're watching this a bit later on, then yep, it's probably gone. But yeah, I absolutely love this top. I think it's great for summer. It's light, it's made out of cotton, but at the same time, it just gives you a bit of sleeve coverage. And I just love the way it sits. I just tie it around my waist like a little tie top over a camisole. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. So my pocket bags are now pinned to my pant legs. I have actually gone and overlocked the outside edges of my pocket bags because it's always a pain in the backside trying to do that after the fact of sewing them together. I did it really badly though. I really hate overlocking a single layer of viscose / rayon. It never seems to go through the overlocker properly. So yeah, a bit of a dog's breakfast on the pocket bags, on the overlocking around the edges, but that's okay. You don't see them, it's all fine, and it always irons out quite nicely at the end. But yeah, all right, let's get these pocket bags on. Here we have sewn the front legs to the back legs. Worst pocket bags I've ever installed in my life. I'm quite embarrassed about them. My whole entire idea of overlocking them before I sewed them in, yep, should have done that, should have just overlocked it all in one piece as I went down the side seam there. Yeah, dog's breakfast completely. So yeah, lesson learned on that one, but otherwise the pocket insertion, those side seams have come out totally fine. So yeah, apart from the pocket bags, these are going pretty quickly. I've got to say though, I'm going to assume, and I'm probably accurate here, that these bob pants are one of the earlier patterns from Stylark, which is probably why it's one of their most popular, because everyone's sewn it. But I have noticed that these instructions are specifically very, very vague. I can see probably where the reputation from Stylark about their vague instructions come from. I don't think I'd be as confident as a beginner sewer making these because yeah, it's not telling you to finish the seams. The diagrams aren't particularly up close, so yeah, you definitely need to know a bit to be able to get these done. Saying that though, I do tend to find the more recent Stylark patterns are so much more detailed. Some of them even have links to go and get even more detailed instructions than the base ones that they give you with the pattern pieces. So yeah, Stylark definitely doing better, but for the bob pants, yeah, base instructions could be better. So we are at the point where we can actually sew these two together and we will have basically a pair of pants, and then it's going to be onto the waistband. So I'm interested to try these on shortly once I've done those side seams and see what they look like. We have two legs. I have both my legs here, and yeah, they are ready to be put together into one pair of pants. Having just sewn up the inner legs, you can definitely start to see that barrel leg shape coming together. Definitely those curves coming nicely. I've got to say, I'm a little bit distracted today, and I don't know if it's a psychological thing by the fact that I'm kind of thinking of these as being a toile, as I'm not sewing them as well as I probably could have. I don't know what's going on, but they are coming together nicely. I think for me, it's most important that I just see what the shape looks like, how it fits on my pear shape bottom half. And yeah, I think so far so good, but let's take that final step and get these two legs into a pair of pants. It's try on time. I have them on. So here are my pants. They're pretty much done apart from the waistband and putting the elastic in. And yeah, let's take a look to see what they're looking like so far, because interesting. So let's step back and so you can see, but here they are here. Here are my pants. And yeah, they're barrel legged and I've got hips. I'm still not 100% certain they're going to suit me because I do see a lot of weight sitting here. They're really emphasizing my hips. I went and asked my husband before what he thought about them. First thing he said was, they look really comfortable. The second thing he said was, yep, you look a bit wide and I don't think you want that. And that's exactly what I wanted to know about, whether or not the width section, it was going to emphasize that. And I think the barrel leg does actually do that. I think I'm going to like the cropped length though. I think that's going to be cute. I do like the pockets on the side. I think they're doing fine. I think the back's actually quite nice. I think that could fit nicely. But I think at the moment, with the amount of weight I'm carrying on the sides here, I just don't think I'm going to be comfortable in them. I am going to finish them because obviously the waistband could change things a lot. Might push me over the edge. Let's go get that waistband in and see how we get on. As much as elastic waistbands are really comfortable to wear, I love an elastic waistband. Yep, they're a pain in the backside to install. So yeah, not having fun. I feel like this is a two-person job because you have to stretch it and then pin it in place. And I've only got two hands, so to stretch it and then pin it in place, I wonder if I could do it with my teeth. I don't think I should try. I might have to deploy my husband in a minute. Waistband done. Definitely a lot easier to sew into place rather than actually pin it to get it to be sewn in. But yeah, it's done. I think it's quite a nice, neat way to insert it. It's just a pain in the backside to get into place in the first place, but once it's here, it actually sewed up quite nicely. So I'm just gonna overlock that raw edge. Look, it's like super frayy, so yeah, very much needed there. I'm also just gonna do a simple hem turn up as well. Nothing fancy because, like I said, I'm kind of in two minds about this already, but I would like to see it finished and at the length it is meant to be so I can make a proper assessment as to whether I think the bob pants are for me. So yeah, let's finish this off, get it on and see what I think. they're done. Let's have a little chat about these bob pants. So hopefully you can see my reflection in the mirror over there. It's a bit hard to get these in full view, but ultimately, first impressions, I actually quite like them. Not bad. I feel as if I'm a little bit halfway between a cool art teacher and maybe a retro couch, but overall, I think these are actually quite a good make. I think my main call out about these is they are extremely comfortable, so I can fully understand why everyone raves about these pants, because yep, I could wear these all day, every day quite comfortably. This waistband, despite being a bit of a headache to install, is actually really comfortable. I followed the elastic measurement exactly as per the pattern, and yeah, these are just spot on. They're not too tight. They're just sitting on my waist really perfectly. Love the pockets. They're really a nice size. Get your hand right in there. I have seen some comments about people wanting to extend the pockets up so they're caught in the waistband. I actually don't think there's a need for that. I actually quite like them as they are, and I really love the length. I love the ankle grazing here. My decision to take that 1.5 inches off the length of the pants was spot on, fits me perfectly at my size at 5'3". I also love that I made these in the viscose chalet. These are really nice and light and breezy. It's going to be absolutely perfect in hotter weather. But the big $1 million question is, do I think these bob pants flatter my pear-shaped body? And I'm going to say they're not the best. So my reasoning here is that this is my widest point of my body. Obviously these pants are high-waisted, they come up and taper into this waist. I'm not mad at that, but when we come here, because of the barrel nature of these pants, they continue to go out before they taper back in again. And that's just emphasizing the width that is going on here. Not a fan of that. I think if you've got a pear-shaped body, that your pants should really fall directly down from the widest part of your hips and not go out further. So I'm really glad I made these in the viscose and not something even more structured, because that would be even more emphasized. So I think going for the viscose was definitely the right move. Am I going to relegate these pants to the scrap bin? Absolutely not, because they're bloomin' comfortable. So one way to fix the broadness here is to break it up. We can do that by simply untucking this vest here. Straight away that cuts that high waist section here and just creates a bit of a barrier. Likewise, we can also get a shirt, pop this on. Once again, it's breaking up that whole entire big space, and suddenly the bob pants for me are wearable. I think overall this is probably the best way for me to wear these pants. Yeah, I actually really love them. They are so blooming comfortable. So yeah, I think going forward, this is how I'd wear it. I'd wear it with a vest top, a long sleeve shirt, nice and lightweight for summer. And ultimately, yeah, I think this is a good outfit. I give them a thumbs up. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you can make whatever you want and you can wear whatever you want. There's absolutely no rules to it. For me personally, I like to wear clothes that are flattering to my particular body shape. Everyone's got such beautiful bodies. There are certain ways we can dress our body to make them look even more awesome than they already are. So my takeaway from making the bob pants is that I'm going to stay away from barrel leg pants in the future. I think more straight up and down pants are probably something which I'll feel more comfortable going out and about in, especially if I don't want to have to wear extra layers on top to kind of break up that silhouette. I think these were a relatively fun and easy make. Instructions are definitely a bit lacking, so I'll give these a 3 out of 5 for brain friendliness when it comes to making these up. For fit, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 because based on my measurements, the size 16 was spot on. Even the waistband there, I didn't have to take it in like I was expecting to. Fits really nicely, and I think overall the back, I don't think I have any issues with the fit. I think the floaty viscose kind of hides any kind of discrepancies that might be going on there. So for that, I think this particular make is going to get a 5 out of 5 for fit. Overall lovableness, I'm going to give these a, I'm going to give them a 4. Like I said, I don't think they're the most flattering pants I could have made. Do I actually really like them? I absolutely do. They're really comfortable. I love how the pockets sit on here. They're not bulging out anywhere. This waistband, like I said, excellent. So I think I'll keep these as an around the house kind of loungewear type option. And to be honest, dressed like this, more than happy to leave the house. So whilst more flattering options are out there, I'll still give these ones a thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, don't forget to give me one down below. It lets me know that you're enjoying what I do and I should keep making more content just like this. So if you've made the bob pants, do let me know down in the comments down below how they turned out for you. Did you find the barrel legs quite questionable? And if so, have you found another pants pattern which is similar but maybe not so emphasizing those hips? Let me know down below. And one last thing, let's take these bob pants out onto the backyard catwalk. So here we go, bob pants in action, and I'm wearing them here with my chosen outfit. That way I can better gauge whether I like them or not. So here we go, here's our lovely pockets, very well and nicely placed in there, nice and deep as well. If only they were like that figuratively. But also the waistband. Despite the nightmare, the waistband turned out really nicely. I'm quite impressed with them. I have to try that technique again. The length, very happy with the length. That 1.5 inches was definitely worth taking out from me at 5'3", so yeah, smart move. Overall, I think I like the pants. They're nice and flowy, extremely comfortable. That's definitely a big win. So maybe I'll make them again, but I do believe other pants exist, so I might have to try those instead. But otherwise, pretty happy with them. There we go, those are the bob pants. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Ripper Seams down below. I wish you a wonderful week of sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.